What's good, everybody? It's your boy Oshay Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. And salute to all the brothers out there. I'm very glad to be here, and I want to talk a little political to you if I can. I've been out of some of the political realm since I've been out of the country, and I do need to get back into it. A lot of people on my channel like to hear me talk about the political things that affect African Americans. But one of the things that we've been seeing as of late is a lot of Netflix specials and ESPN specials. We saw The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, the Joe Tiger situation that happened on Netflix. And now Michelle Obama, or Tiger King rather, now we see that coming out on Netflix with Michelle Obama. And we all know who Michelle Obama is. She's the first African American first lady, married to the first so-called black president, Barack Obama. And this new Netflix special that will be airing will take a diss at African American voters for electing Donald Trump to the White House. Now, 2008, we all know Barack Obama made history by being the first president in American history with black lineage. Now, I know we're going to have some people talk about, that's not true. We had 15 black presidents. Listen, according to what they say, he's the first black president. I don't want to hear any pseudoscience here, all right? And when Obama was running for office in the African American community, there was so much hope that blacks had. It was even better than when Bill Clinton ran for president. When Bill Clinton ran for president, I was 11. I can remember distinctly. My mom was talking about it. Everybody was hyped up. He went to Arsenio Hall, played the saxophone. But this situation with Obama was more so because his wife was black. He was black. He played basketball. And it galvanized the youth, and that's how the Yes We Can came about. And the whole country, especially the black community, came out for Barack Obama in droves. People who would typically never vote came out to put a black man in office. And a lot of the things that African Americans were feeling, like it was great. People were crying. Blacks were crying. Jesse Jackson was crying. We thought that this would make a change for us as a community. But what we saw in the 8 years of Barack Obama is we saw the LGBT community get elevated. We saw the Hispanic community get elevated. We saw many things get elevated for many people. But what we got from Obama in many cases was someone talking down to us as a group of people. Now we must make it clear that Obama is half Kenyan, half Caucasian, so he's typically not African American, but we adopted him as one of our own people, right? And we included him into our community because his wife is African American. But nevertheless, we saw many things happen to blacks that set us back, especially in the real estate sector and the financial sector. Now, don't get me wrong, he was facing a big crisis in 2008, but many things that were happening as far as real estate ownership for African Americans, poverty increasing, those things, when it came to African Americans, we suffered more under a so-called black president. But we also saw race relations come to a height. We saw more police murders. We saw more police brutality. We saw Mike Brown. We saw Trayvon Martin. We saw much more of a hostile America, even more so than we're seeing under Trump. And black people just didn't benefit much so off what Obama did, or should I say the lack thereof. And go to Google, you will see many searches of how Obama failed black people. Don't believe me? Just Google search how Barack Obama failed the black community. I think everybody can say that without certainty. But here's Michelle Obama, who has the audacity to take a shot at African Americans for not putting Hillary Clinton into office. Okay? I mean, let me just read what she's saying. Give me some sad music here, okay? It takes some energy to go high. And I'll put this comment on the screen. It takes some energy to go high, and we're exhausted from it. Because when you're the first black anything, she said, referring anecdotes from her becoming book. So the day I left the White House and I write about how painful it was to sit on that inauguration stage, a lot of our folks didn't vote. It was almost like a slap in the face. I understand the people who voted for Trump, she continued. The people who didn't vote at all, the young people, the women. That's when you think, man, people think this is a game. It wasn't just in this election, every midterm. Every time Barack didn't get the Congress he needed, that was because our folks didn't show up. After all that work, they just couldn't be bothered to vote at all. That's my trauma. You know what? Michelle Obama, let me be the first to tell you that nobody gives a shit about what you're talking about, okay? Because again, you don't want to take ownership for the terrible job you and your husband did for black people. That's it. The reason why Barack Obama couldn't get stuff done, because number one, he stunk it up as a president. He stunk it up. You ever hear somebody fart? You know, that's Barack Obama, okay? He stunk it up. And every way that an African American could fail underneath him, he stunk it up. Even from the city that y'all are from, Chicago, it's still stinking up. But I won't even go there. Because see, why you're blaming black people for what they didn't do for Barack Obama, then the question is this: why is black support rising for Donald Trump? Why? Why is black male support for Donald Trump? How is that quadrupled almost? How? Why? Because Donald Trump is a better president. That's why. I don't care what you think. The article here, March 10th, Trump's approval rating with black voters may be higher than you think. Blackenterprise.com. Why? Why didn't Hillary Clinton get to be voted in? Because why? The 94 crime bill. Her calling black men super thugs. All of the crazy and bad things they've done to blacks in Haiti. And you want black people to vote for them? When you don't get anything accomplished for blacks? See, this is how a lot of times Democrats feel about the black community. They feel that they should get nothing, something for nothing. I'm surprised at y'all didn't vote for us after we didn't do nothing for y'all. That's why the black community, where it's at. That's why. That is why. And I don't care what you're talking about. Donald Trump is getting the support of African Americans more so than now than Barack Obama because he does more. Barack Obama stunk it up. Deal with it. And after they saw the first 4 years of what he did for gays, what he did for the Jewish community, what he did for Hispanics, and all the empty promises for black America, they stopped supporting him as much. And the reason why blacks didn't take Barack Obama serious, because he didn't take us serious. And it's your fault. So stop blaming people for your own mishaps. That's what's wrong with black America. Always blaming everybody for your own mistakes. It's not going to work, Michelle. Stop. Take it to somebody else who gives a damn. You will get none of it from me. I don't care. Don't care how you feel. And any of you guys over there that want to go over there and watch her cry about why we didn't elect a nobody president like Hillary Clinton who would do absolutely nothing for you, has husband didn't do anything for you, Barack didn't do anything for you, the Democrats don't do anything for you. And if you're that dumb to disrespect. I remember when Barack Obama talked down to black men, talked down to black people. I'm disappointed in you if you don't go out there and vote. Shut up. I'm disappointed in you as the first so-called black president for letting the race down. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this clown. The nerve of her. And guys, what do you think about this? Go ahead and subscribe, like the video. It's your boy Oshay Duke Jackson. Make sure you go to my first comment pinned to the top, get all my information. Check us out. I have a new video on Facebook talking about colorism. It is not anywhere else, right? It's the first video pinned to the top. It's only a Facebook video. So you have to go to Facebook, like my page when you're over there, and check it out. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. My Patreon is there. My Cash App information is there. Email's there. All of it's there. Thank you, brothers. And always remember, the buffoonery of these Negroes remain at an all-time high. I'm out.